Welcome to neobuggy.net and RC Racing's summary of what is probably the most astounding radio control race of all time. Well, to sum up this fantastic Father's Day, I'm joined by the king of the entire universe and the world, Phil Morton of Neobuggy, and the man who I'm surprised can even breathe, let alone talk after that one, Cody Ernst. Now, Scotty, coming to you first. I've been going through my mind, that was without doubt the best radio control car race I've ever seen. I think it was the best car race I've ever seen. How about you?
It was absolutely amazing. A 60-minute final on this most difficult track any of these guys have ever faced or ever raced on. The preparations, the countless laps that they took here in practice all came down to that 60-minute, and it was the most amazing race. And it's amazing. On this track, 60 minutes, it came down to car lengths for the last couple 3 laps between Cody King and Asushi Hara.
2.5 minutes to go. Hara got in the lead for 50 metres. And then I thought, oh, that's it. King, the young guy, he's going to lose it. But it's Hara whose heads went. It
is. It was Hara. He had to push. He made a slight mistake. Cody was able to get back by, and Hara was just pushing his maximum as he always does. A little mistake, gave about a 5-second gap, and Cody just cruised the last 2 laps. It was impressive.
Let's hear from Hara there about the problems he had.
I have nothing problem for cars. Just have many mistakes compared to Cody. So same as like last time I won in the North Carolina. I have no mistake, but a little bit too much exciting at the final. So I pushed too hard, I think. So
you gave us a fantastic race.
Right.
What was it like driving? How exciting was it up there?
Like I cannot feel anything like in my body. Like only like look at the cars. That's it. Like I cannot feel any bodies. So it's me like I think so much exciting in my body.
With 2.5 minutes to go, you got ahead for about quarter of a lap. And you must have thought, oh, I could be double world champion.
Yeah, I never give up. So I just try until before the finish line. So I push hard, I cover mistake, and this Cody deserved for the winner.
Well, we've heard from the runner-up. Now let's just talk about, before we hear from the winner, let's talk about a couple other incidents. We had an early lead for Ryan Mayfield and problems he felt, Phil.
Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment. I think he was really feeling the track, but you know, at the end it's a 60-minute race and your equipment has to hold, and there's a little bit of luck, and today Mayfield wasn't lucky.
And the other person who was very unlucky was the pre-event favourite, Jared Tebow. He had a flame out, he had some problems, he actually told us about some of the other problems he'd had with his setup.
I'm not, mad or sad or anything, just a little bummed, I was trying to catch up there at the end. I just drove too hard at the beginning and just roasted my tires off pretty much. My fronts were slicks 20 minutes in and had a little too much brakes, a little too much front brake, and just roasted my tires. There was nothing I could really do. And then I probably would have finished third anyways, so the flame out really didn't hurt nothing. I don't know if I would have been able to race with those guys.
So we lost Tebow, which was, I think, a big surprise, because even though he hadn't started too well, he was keeping pace, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, it was ebbed and flowed in the whole final. And by the time we lost Tebow, it was down to 2. And, I mean, Tebow really was the pre-race favourite, so it was a bit of a disappointment. But still, we had a fantastic race.
Now, I'm going to have to ask you, because you're American, who's Cody King?
Cody King, driver from Southern California. He's won podium many times. He's won many local races in California. Made the A finals 2 years ago in Charlotte, and he was one of the bottom qualifiers in the A final. And he's just put in 2 hard years. His dad and him, countless practicing, a great team, and they got the whole package right here in Thailand. It was just a stellar drive from Cody.
And if you want to know how much it means to win the World Championship, here's Cody.
Dude, I can't even explain. I went into it just, wanting to be consistent, do clean laps, and 5 minutes to go, I realized I could be the next world champion. And, Hara, he of course made it tough. He's one of the best in the world, and I did everything I could to hold him off. I had that one crash at the end, and, I mean, he crashed over the big jump in the back, and when that happened, I just took a deep breath, and I just did the last clean laps for a few more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the emotions you must have had in those last, 6-7 minutes. He was hunting you down, he was ahead briefly. How do you drive when you're with that much emotion?
I mean, unbelievably, I wasn't that nervous. I mean, I just kept my head in it and knew that I needed to have those last few laps. And you know, it was always my dad telling me, you know, stay in the moment, don't expect it to be it until you're crossing that finish line. And that's kind of what I did, and it worked. I didn't really get nervous very much at all.
Well, that really almost finishes the most unbelievable week here in Pattaya in Thailand, but I'm going to ask both of our incredibly expert guests for one memory from the week, and I'm going to start with Phil. Phil says I don't get enough time to think, so I'll start with you. What memory are you going to take away from the entire event?
Probably, well, to sum it up in one, that's going to be tough. The organization was spectacular. The amount of drivers, the difficulty of the track, and a couple young superstars. You got Cody's done well, but Kyle McBride from Australia, 14 years old, made the top 5. That's quite impressive for a young Australian.
Now, I think Phil was probably going to say Kyle McBride. He's been mentioning him all week. But so, what's your one memory?
I think I was waiting on the driver's stand for during the last 2 minutes, and it's just Cody's incredible reaction of just, you know, positiveness and happiness, just winning. Threw his hat out and just unforgettable.
Thanks, guys. Well, I think you can't say that. I can't think of anything negative to say about this fantastic week. We've enjoyed the environment, the weather, the organisation, the racing's been superb. I've been with great friends. Thank you all for watching us on RC Racing TV and, of course, nearbuggy.net. And don't forget that the highlights of all these races will be on in the next couple of months on the TV show. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed it all. In your wildest dreams, do you expect to be champion today?
One day, not. I mean, I knew I had a good shot at it, but I don't even know what to say. It hasn't even hit me yet.
Well done. That's what I say. Congratulations.
Thank you.